Testing all possibilities. I am still in Gold Coast today and this week, and I actually went to Byron Bay yesterday, and it was gorgeous. We had one of the most beautiful day. Hi, it's the most eastern point of Australia. I didn't know there was a lighthouse, and we could see the infinity of the sea, of the ocean in front of us, and it was mind-boggling. It was gorgeous. So I had a great time. Hope you're having a good day too. Here it's morning again, like usual. Now I wake up really early, and because the light, it's like it's suddenly light, it's suddenly day, like it's suddenly night also. You're on the beach, you're walking, and then within 5-10 minutes it's completely dark. That's really fun. All right, how are you doing? What's your question? It's all about how do we manifest reality? How do we create what we desire? And on purpose, because we create constantly. The thing is, we are completely unconscious about what we are doing because we have been raised with zero knowledge of our power. And we are here to wake up and remember. And it's an entire shift. I realize it's a different way of living when you step into your power and realize and join the forces with the universe and line up with how the universe works. It's like suddenly discovering gravity and understanding it, because gravity of thoughts and exist. And when we don't know that, we usually don't play in alignment with it, and we end up with things that we don't want in our lives. And that's totally okay, because actually there is another law of this universe that it's really loving. It always works out. So whenever some challenge comes into your life, what happens is you have a much bigger desire in your heart for what you want, what you truly, truly want. Hi, Maya. Hello. And it clarifies your desire, and it enhances it. And your desire is what pulls things to you. It's like you're becoming a super magnet of what you really, really want at that moment. And that thing is clearer and better and stronger. And you are, however, if you still don't know how to line up with that, you're going to create even more of contrast, and it keeps getting bigger, the contrast. That means you have created all those incredible solutions. They are waiting for you. They are coming to you, but you're resisting them through your field of energy. And it's like a castle. You close the door, and there's things accumulating behind the doors. The pressure becomes big. You feel less and less happy. So at one point, you just have to let go. At one point, you have to relax. And when you relax and open the windows and the doors and trust the universe and feel good, feel satisfied where you are, because that's the one thing that blocks everything. Accept where you are and feel satisfied with it. You automatically raise your vibration, and it's like opening the doors and the windows, and suddenly things begin to come into your world that you have asked for so long. But they are available. They always have been. It's there. Nothing is invented in this universe. It's as soon as you desire something, it exists. You cannot desire something that doesn't exist at one level of in this quantum field. Everything already exists. So it's just about tuning into what you want so that you can resonate and become a magnet, and not just a magnet, but actually a magnet that allows it in. Because it's one thing to attract things to you, and it's another one to allow it in. And to allow it in is the only job you have. And it's a series of different things. One of it is deserving, knowing that you deserve to allow it, to open the windows and the doors of your castle and to allow the gifts and the things you have asked for, and to really feel worthy of it, to feel like, yes, I deserve that. And deservability shouldn't be an issue because that's who we are. We're source being, eternal. That's who we truly are. This spirit inside of us that's eternal, has lived forever, and is totally tuned and connected to source, is one with source. So that's who we are. There's no error in this universe. We decided to come at that moment in that time because it's part of the whole. We're part of one. And if we didn't exist, the whole would not exist. It's like we're part of one. We are a holographic universe. If one part disappears, everything disappears. So you are automatically worthy of anything you desire. It's not even a question. It's something that's been imposed on us as a question through people around us that don't have unconditional love. But we are automatically deserving everything we desire. It's who we are. We're creators and lovers and spirits in the body. So yeah, it's about receiving. So just allow yourself to receive. And then the other thing is to feel good, to feel satisfied. And that's actually, I think, the most powerful question this week that I came upon, that came to me. The most powerful question for you to allow everything you've asked for is to constantly become aware of how you feel and ask yourself, how can I feel satisfied in this very moment, right here, right now, without anything having to change? When you solve this, when you constantly ask yourself that question, you're going to open the doors and windows of your castle. It's automatic. As soon as you feel satisfied, you are relaxed. The doors open, the windows open, the gifts begin to come. The possibilities are now approaching you and getting closer to your ability to see them and to become aware of the opportunities as they always have been around you. Really, it's rare that it's really far from you, like a business partner or a genius idea or a solution. All that exists already. It's like you having to tune into, to be in the same frequency so that you can resonate with it. Therefore, that means you can see, you can feel. I've been coaching a really top business owner lately, and we coached on him becoming a billionaire, as he is now is in the multi-millions. So we're saying, okay, let's go for the billion. And there was lots of different thoughts and beliefs that came in the way. And the biggest one is, how do you define yourself? That's why I felt so pulled. It feels like I'm, I didn't do it mentally or intellectually. I felt like this person had to be ready to become a billionaire because he had ideas that could change the world and that would bring joy and happiness on this planet. And automatically, the more you give, the more you receive. So it's you have to begin somewhere. You get to identify yourself as a billionaire, then you tune into ideas that can change the world that are at that level. You can change 1 billion people. When you're a billionaire, you definitely have the opportunity to shift and touch billions of people. And if this is in your heart, then it's your journey. So it was interesting because as we get closer to the alignment with that new identity definition of self, tuning into that idea of what does it feel like to be one, suddenly ideas, new solutions for the business, new ways of doing it totally came and were available. And within a few days, it's just like a revolution. Once you begin to tune into an idea, an identity, the thoughts that fit that identity now are available to you. And now it's like, it's like $3 billion ideas that are around him already that was not visible before. And for you, it's the same. Like if you define yourself as unworthy, what do you think you get? You get ideas that are unworthy, that will block everything, that will prevent you from receiving. So this is the number one thought and definition that you want to work on, because then nothing comes in. You can get stuck with that thought. It's just a thought. When you think about it, it's just some neurons in your brain firing the same way over and over because you just accepted that belief when you were a kid. It came from the outside world because it's definitely not come naturally. It's not a baby, it's not born that way. And then you have this thought that you keep thinking, that's a habit of thought. And guess what? It's a thought that blocks the good ideas, that blocks the gifts, that blocks everything from coming to you because you just closed the door and the windows on everything, on everything that feels super good, that is wonderful, that is aligned with thriving and joy and love and everything you desire. So think about yourself as deserving and worthy. From now on, you can choose that. You can choose that thing. I am deserving and worthy. How does that feel? When you want to step into a new definition, you can ask yourself those questions that will help you to anchor that new definition. First of all, it's a choice. You see, I'm giving you those ideas so that you can choose today, make a new choice. And when you choose, you're powerful. The universe really supports your choices. It's waiting for you to choose, literally. And when you choose a new definition, which is I am worthy, I am deserving of good and thriving and fun and everything I want, then the universe will deliver, will support you. Say, okay, this is a new definition, a new vibration, and you're no problem. That's going to support you. So you choose your new identity. If you don't feel deserving, you just have to step in and say, I am worthy and deserving of everything I desire. And then how does it feel? That's the question. How does it feel to be worthy and deserving of everything you desire? Think about it, feel into it. How does that feel? I like to hear you. Write it down. Tell me, how does it feel to be worthy of everything you desire? You see, you can step into that viewpoint and feel like that viewpoint. It's like taking a different viewpoint on life. You've been stuck in one and then you step into another one. How does it feel to know that you're deserving and you're worthy of absolutely everything you desire, you truly desire? It feels like joy and lightness and fun, and it feels freedom and lots of joy. Feeling like, yes, everything can come my way. I can receive it. It feels like open. And when you begin to feel that way, you are literally that way. That's easy in consciousness. You don't need to move mountains physically. You just need to move your mind into a different state, into a different, it's like a different location in a viewpoint in this consciousness. You step into it, and it feels like to be worthy and deserving of everything you desire. It feels like, just really ask yourself that question, because when you ask questions, it helps you focus. And manifesting is just about focusing. It's focusing your attention on something, and then you begin to resonate with it, and you can read it in your heart, in your feelings. You can read the resonance. You can read your frequency in your heart. It's like, oh, it feels like. And now you are literally that person, worthy. And it's about deciding to stay in that decision. And so then you ask, how does it feel? And then you can also ask the question, how do I think in that bubble? So when you have stayed in it long enough, a few minutes, you can think of, oh, how differently do I think? Because now you're attracting new thoughts. You see new solutions, new ideas, new thoughts, new way of seeing things, because you are now stepping into a new beingness. How do I think differently when I step into knowing, absolutely knowing that I deserve, that I'm worthy of everything I desire? How do I think differently? Literally ask yourself that question. I would think, that I can go for it, that I be open, that I welcome gifts when they come. You see, how do you think differently? You would think, wow, I deserve that. I can begin to really put all my attention on it. I can be aligned with my desire. I can allow myself to really, really believe in it. So this is, and then how would you act differently? And then you want to begin acting that way. When you act, you anchor that new identity, that new belief in your reality. An action doesn't have to be a huge action, but any step in the physical world will anchor it and give a signal both to your subconscious mind, to your programs, in your brain, saying, oh, okay, that's serious. She's serious about that. But the universe too. Vibrationally, when you take an action, it's always in alignment with the belief. So when you begin to take an action that lines up with the new belief, it anchors it. So yes, today ask yourself the question, how would it feel like if I absolutely knew that I deserved and was worthy of all my desires? I want you to think of that. And that's one of the aspects of receiving. Today we were talking about receiving, opening the doors and the windows of this castle, and all the gifts are coming from every direction. Everything you've asked is given. It's already on its way. Either it's, a little bit, few days or months away, or it's right there at the window knocking. It's always been there waiting for you to be able to receive. To tell the universe, I receive, I am open. So go ahead and really step into that thought today and this week, and up to the moment where you make the decision, this is it. I deserve what I desire. I'm going to let it in. And I'm going to feel and think and act in that exact way. All right. So I let you go for today. That was pretty intense. Lots of information to integrate. especially that specific question. And the first question of the day was, how can I feel satisfied right here, right now, without any changes, without anything having to change? This is huge. This is the number one question that will align you. And the second one is deserving. All right. I love you all. Thank you for coming today. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a fabulous day or night, wherever you are. I love you all. Bye for now.